Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. It's the freaking weekend, baby! Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Check it. I want to say shout out to all the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to people coming in from work, because some people work overnight. Extra special big up and shout out to all the people out there who are progressive, productive people who want good for others as much as they want good for themselves. For you, I have the utmost respect. Manners and respect, people. Blessings in abundance. It's Friday. It's the weekend. I know. Hold on, let me shout out some people first. Let me shout out my entrepreneurs. Let me shout out my stay-at-home moms and pops. Let me shout out my retirees. Let me shout out the truck drivers, the Uber, the Lyft drivers, my truck drivers mostly, because I have some truck driver brethren that do long-distance trucking, and I know how that one goes. Let me shout out the people who are look at work because them lose them work at no fault of their own. Companies collapse, all this other thing, lay off people, they still have bills to pay, and they're out there trying to find something meaningful and productive. Let me shout out every single trying individual that has a clean heart and a clear conscience. Come back with talk. All right. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. It's the start of the weekend. And for those who work Monday to Friday, whether you do 9 to 5 or whatever hours, Monday to Friday, I know how it feels to look forward to that Saturday and that Sunday. Yeah. I myself, my free paper soon burn up. For those of y'all who don't know, I purposely took a whole year off. And I took a whole year off because I wanted to be home to see if I could actually run a business online and support my family, make enough money to support my family online without leaving my house, and also to grow a business takes dedication of time. So I have accomplished that. I've been home from January and we are now in November, and I've been doing so greatly and steady growth of my online business, so on and so forth. So I did some entrepreneurship, and it has afforded me the time to be able to be here for a whole football season for my son that plays football. I am at every single game, every single weekend, because he practices during the week and his football game on the weekends. And they are now in the playoffs. They've made it this far, and I am enjoying every minute of it. I'm here to give him some daddy power, some daddy love, concentrate on his development, his passion, these kinds of things important to your children. Time. That's why I say, hey man, no matter how much you work for others, unless you really enjoy your job at so-and-so company, try to do some entrepreneurial stuff on the side. Matter of fact, I was going to do a tutorial where I talk about residual income. How to make money, because you see this job right here, or this work that I am doing online, that I have grown to the point now where I am absolutely sure that I can stay home for a whole year and make equal, if not more than what I make when I'm on the road, right? In my career field, which is occupational therapy, by the way, I'm in a good place now, because when I go out into my field in January, February, when I pick up a contract in the new year, I will still have this online business growing, continuing to grow, still earning, and now I am sure about the bracket of income there, plus what I'll be making from doing occupational therapy. So it takes some sacrifice, and it takes some dedication. It takes rolling out of bed at 3 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning and getting on the computer and doing research and everything else that comes with that job. You know what I'm saying? I made a little meme the other day where I said, everybody wants to have a nice life, a comfortable life, wants to be financially stable and all these things, but not everybody is willing to do what it takes. It takes discipline. That's why I shout out my entrepreneurs all the time, because when you're working for somebody else, they pretty much tell you when you have to be at work, when you have to leave work. right? Them tell us, say, yo, you have to punch out by 4 o'clock because you can't be on the clock too long. They tell you that, oh, your schedule is set up. Go copy down your schedule so you know you work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They say you're off Thursday, but you have to work the weekend, this weekend. They tell you when you get to take a vacation, or if something happens. Say, for instance, my grandparents are elderly. They live in Jamaica. I would like to know that if anything happened to them, I can jump on a plane right away and be in Jamaica by their side. You know? So entrepreneurship affords you these luxuries, but the sacrifices is you have to motivate yourself. You have to get up and work. Nobody's going to tell you clock in at 1 a.m. or clock in at 1 p.m. and then clock out at. You have to know. And you also have to work longer hours, right? Because you're the one that's pushing it. It is your job. However hard you work is how much you're going to eat. If you work a little bit, you're going to eat a little bit. If you're lazy and don't work at all, you're not going to gain anything at all. If you put your all into it, plus some more, you're going to get results, and the results are going to be beautiful, right? Rolling out of my bed at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. when I just went to bed at 10 and 11, that's rough, okay? And staying up all day and then doing family life, juggling that with this, it's rough, but it pays. So I am going to do a masterclass where I explain to people how to get to some residual income. And if you're dedicated to this, you can probably match it to the income that you're making or make even more from the comfort of your own home. I just want to see people happy. I want to see some freedom. Understand? I want to see people free up themselves. I want when I see you in person out in the streets, you can laugh. I say, "Wow, SouFlo, yo, SouFlo, you know, so I try the thing where you did tell me, you know, and boy, me I tell you, say to go on good." And that's what I want to see. I want to share the love. All right. Anyway, moving right along, let's segue into this right now. So, this Quahal Yaweh thing. I do these videos for people who request me to do these videos. SouFlo, how come you not talk about, you know, see some cult thing in Jamaica and children involved, and the JCF, the police them had to go kick down the doors and take out the picnic them and all this other stuff. Okay, I went and I did my little research, right? So I have some things here I'm going to read and share with you, but I'm going to put my own thing in there in the meantime. Right? Big up all my nurses, them out there. When I'm in the field, I work alongside a lot of nurses. So shout out to the nurses. Shout out to my CNAs, nurses assistant. We are a team, okay? Because I need you to go get my patient up and ready. And I need my patient to be ready for when I come around and say, good morning, it's time for you to go to therapy. Are you ready? And them don't say, well, I haven't gotten my medication yet because I haven't seen my nurse all morning. So I could say, Nurse Jones, could you please go in there and square away Mr. So-and-so so I could take him to therapy? Okay, I got it. Boom, bam, bam. I saw it work in the field. So shout out to the CNAs. Shout out to my fellow therapists. Shout out to my nurses. Shout out to the doctors. Even though the doctors, them come through once in a while like this and sign a couple orders and leave. But y'all know how the thing go. Anyways, I want you to know that, right? Let's start out with the basics, some education. So Quahal Yaweh. The place is called Quahal Yaweh Church. Quahal is a theoretic organizational structure in ancient Israelite society. So, of course, now you know that they're dealing with some Hebrew Israelite things in the place, right? And Quahal means assembly, or convocation, or congregation. So it is a theoretic organizational structure from ancient Israelite society, meaning to assemble or to congregate or come together and live as one. And Yaweh. Yaweh means the God of the Israelites. So you have Quahal Yaweh, which is the name of the place the JCF Jamaica police them run into, pick up the people and picnic, jump over the fence. And I have the videos. I don't want to put the videos on my YouTube channel because YouTube been acting rather strange lately. And you put certain video up, they ding you for it, right? But y'all seen the videos. They're out there, all right? So the police rushed the compound because of suspicious people complaining that things are very suspicious over there. Those people have separated themselves, them dressing weird, officer. They look weird, and me hear some weird chanting come from over there. And me hear say, the old man them over there married off the little girl them and breed them up. And all kind of something, and the kids them not going to school and all this other stuff. So you have the meaning of Quahal, and now you know that Yahweh is God of the Israelites. That is the Hebrew word for God of the Israelites is Yahweh. Elohim is what they used after they were banished into Babylon, right? Because they said the word Yahweh was too holy to speak, to utter. So Elohim was what they used first, and Elohim pretty much means a God that is above all other gods, right? So the God of the Israelites, Yahweh, was then known as Elohim, and then they changed it to Adonai. Elohim was to only be a universal meaning, and Adonai was what was uttered while they were in the synagogues. All right, enough of that long talking. Let's get into the story. So what happened was, a relative of one of the members of the religious group whose St. James compound was raided last week and Tuesday by police has called for a deeper investigation into the group, which she says isolates and controls the minds of the members and denies the children their education. Christian Church do the same thing? I don't know. Listen to what I'm going to say though. So 6 children were removed from the compound forcibly with concerns about their welfare. The relatives told, I talked to RJR News now, the relatives told RJR News that her sister niece had attended the Quahal Yaweh church for years and they saw nothing wrong with it. She said the organization seemed to, however, have taken a different kind of approach when a new leader came in. So when the new leader came in, however, she said that things took a turn a year ago when the new leader came in. And she said that the new leader wanted everybody to live together as what they call a set-apart nation. I guess they're going off biblical scriptures. You must set yourself apart from other nations. You must be in the world, but not of the world. You know, them kind of something there, religious fanatics kind of thing. Anyway, so the relative said that her sister's behavior changed drastically after she told the group's leader that the group leader told her, the sister, that she had a few weeks to live and that she was exiled from the congregation. Take care of yourself, don't come back, and you have a few weeks to live. Now, people, you know how Jamaican people stay. If pastor ever touch one of the sisters them in the church and say, oh God, I feel a vibe coming through. God said, you have 2 weeks to live, Sister Macy. Clean out your bank account and carry it, come give me. You know, say Sister Macy will clean out her bank account and take it to pastor, right? That is how powerful religion is. That is how powerful religion is, and that is how powerful the mind is. So when this new leader told her sister, mind you, she go at the place for years, and nobody never say anything wrong until this new leader came and said, we all have to separate ourselves now. The compound well built up. Let's go live on the compound as a separated people. But you are banished from the compound and you only have 2 weeks to live. Guess what happened to the sister after this? Because the man said this. She said that the sister began walking the streets of Montego Bay with her head shaved, because once you have found to be in violation of these godly rules, your head is shaved. So everybody knows, say, your head shaved, you did a tech man, you was committing fornication or adultery, or you do something that you wasn't supposed to do, you was a sinner, whatever. So she take it to her head, she gone mad, exactly. So she started walking the streets of Montego Bay, walk up and down, talking to people in gibberish, right? She didn't want to eat. This is her family members' account, you know. She didn't want to eat. She didn't want to drink nothing. She was just mugging down and withering away. And she was concentrating only on the fact that she was going to die. Me I go dead. Me I go dead soon. Soon me I go dead. The man say me I go dead soon. The priest say me I go dead soon. Me I go dead. Me I go dead. Me I go dead. She couldn't concentrate on anything else other than she's going to die. Now, do I blame the man for telling her that? Or do I blame her for believing that? Either way you take it is not a criminal offense. He believed what he believes. He told her what he told her because of why he told her that. And she out the road and walk around like she mad. Right? First report was to Falmouth police station. Now, they're asking the lady, so how come you never report all this to the police already? Because y'all been going there for years and suddenly you have a problem because your sister mad out, right? The relatives also described the shocked reaction from the police who did not take her report seriously. So she said she went down to the police station, she go tell them, the police then pretty much laugh and fold them hand. Oh, your sister mad out because, for what, like what you want with do? Eh? My first report was to Falmouth police station, she said. I told them that my niece had now not been in school for over a month. And I told them that I have heard allegations of sexual assault on that compound. And whenever a person sinned or did not obey their leaders on the compound, they would do things like shave their head or lock them away. The Gleaner on Wednesday reported that 70 of the followers resided at the compound and have reportedly abandoned their homes in Jamaica. So you talk about not people that are homeless, people who have them house, people who live at them yard with them family. They pack up their things or they left their things and they went to go live on the compound. Again, you and I know how Jamaica stay. This is our place, right? You can't come in a Jamaica and talk no Quahal, Yaweh and talk about we're going to go live on a compound somewhere and we are a set apart nation from the rest of the people. Your folks are going to wonder what is going on with you. Especially when one person leave from up which part you gonna live, right? And start walk the road, talk about, me I go dead, me have 2 weeks to live, me are dead, me soon dead, me are dead, I'm gonna dead, and she don't want to drink or eat or sleep or nothing, she just walk the streets of big busy Montego Bay. Your people gonna be very concerned. So on both sides of the fence, I can understand the concern of the people as well as I can understand religious leaders seeing fools and taking fools and using fools. Or maybe them really believe what they believe. But it's religious indoctrination and it is religious, say it now, not even extraness. What them call it now, like when the Muslim them get extra because the nation of Islam is about peace. But you have those that go extra and overboard. You know, strap up and bomb up on them thing there. Extremists, religious extremists. Yes, somebody said it sound like Waco. Remember Waco? With the madman there, we tell the people them. And then there was another one. David Koresh, I think it was Waco. And then somewhere in one of the Caribbean islands, one man go do like extremists. Thank you. One of them man, they went and told the people about today we are going home to heaven. And he got the message from the Lord Almighty himself. And he was the Son of God. And now, mind you, you're talking about Jim Jones. Yes, you're talking about melanated people, right? Following this one Caucasoid from, I'm just putting it how following this one Caucasoid from foreign, but we are going home today. When plain land, the people them down there with them belly swell up big, everybody drank Gramazone and kin out on the ground dead, waiting for some Almighty from heaven to meet them there. So I guess in Jamaica, we panic, don't want that kind of a situation there. But bigger than that, Jamaica's churchical organization is gangster, is very powerful. If you're an entertainer or if you come into the business, because it's a business, with any other kind of movement, churchical movement, and you're taking away people and you seem powerful, they're going to work with the police force to make sure you don't bring that come here. Because you're going to take out money out of our offering plate. You're going to lead the people down a path we don't want them to go. We must control their beliefs and thoughts and so on and so forth. So there's a big issue here. Anyways, let me finish up the story real quick. Watch this. She said that the 17-year-old now had been attending a prominent high school. She's talking about her niece. 17-year-old had been attending a prominent high school, and she had received several academics awards until about a year ago when she started living at the Quahal, Yaweh. All right. Miss me with that. Jamaica has made the age of consent to be 16 years old. So, if she's 17, that means she passed age of consent already. And now if we're talking about a year ago, it makes her 18, a big woman now. Alright, anyway, she said that she questioned her sister about the developments over there, but she was told that none of the children were allowed to go to public school because they are a set apart people. The girl, she was told, would be taught dressmaking and cooking. Now, people, I have a problem here. Check this out. First of all, right, don't get me wrong. You can homeschool. You can very well homeschool. There are people in Jamaica right now that homeschool. There are people in the United States of America right now and other places that homeschool. It is set up in a way that even though you homeschool, the government has certain rules and regulations that they have set up. Remember, I know government is set there to govern people, because you have some people that will actually say that, no, my kid's not going to school because I'm homeschooling them and I prefer them to be homeschooled, while all she's doing, all mommy is doing, is sitting at home on her phone scrolling Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and the kids run up and down and eat dirt and scratch them body while daddy run a back about ganja all day, right? So to prevent these things from happening, they have put up a set rules, guidelines where if you're going to homeschool, you have to make sure, say, this curriculum is also put into the homeschool, and so they know that the children are passing milestones. So your child turned 13 and you're homeschooling them. They can be on the average 13-year-old's level or excel. They're not being left behind. Same thing, 14, 15, 16. Okay, the compound say we are homeschool them. We're a set apart people. Not even public school them, no figure. Okay, fine. Were they complying with the government guidelines for homeschooling? Let's start there. We don't know yet. This gets more interesting. We don't know yet. The part I have a problem with is this. The girls are to be taught dressmaking and cooking. Our time we living in. What time are we living in? I sure as hell don't want my daughter to only be taught dressmaking and cooking, because she's not going to be barefooted and pregnant in somebody's kitchen all her life. And cooking and dressmaking is not all that she's going to be doing. I'm sure she aspires to do other things. Maybe she want to run for political office one day. Maybe she wants to be a school teacher. Maybe she wants to be an attorney. Maybe even while she's a young female, she wants to be a part of the athletic association and feel like she want to run track and field, or she want to cheerlead, or she wants to mingle with her peers, right? So this whole dressmaking and cooking thing, me don't know. It's weird. But if people choose to live them life like that, so be it. But I don't think you should lock away a child and teach them only dressmaking and cooking. You see what I'm saying? Now, there has been accusations that what they're doing over there is that the older men... Me soon talk. Wait there. The relative said that she tell the police they're being homeschooled. But she questioned whether there should be a trained teacher and that curriculum that they are using over there to homeschool the children. According to the relative, her niece appears very fearful to even disclose how she feel about the whole situation. Alright, so in the meantime though, for those of you who are wondering what happened to those children that were taken from that compound, because we all saw the videos on social media, everybody who's wondering what happened to the children, the police commissioner, Major General Anthony Anderson, the police commissioner who can't do nothing about the crime situation in Jamaica. Major Anthony Anderson, the one who used to be soldier and then him turned police commissioner. He he has said that the 6 children who were taken from the Quahal Yaweh church have been handed back over to their same parents. Quietly. They didn't say anything was found wrong. They said they were handed back over to their parents. General Anderson did not reveal any details about the investigation that they're conducting over at the compound, but he said that the investigation continues. That's it. The police commissioner, who is responding to journalists at a media briefing Thursday afternoon, said persons who confronted the cops while they were there, because there were a bag of people that came out that live on the compound, right? And they started trying to block the police from coming in. These persons have been charged with assault. Now, here's my thing. Is the people in place? You coming in there to take up the people and children, right? And leave with them based on complaints from people who are from the outside who don't know what's going on inside. And one lady who's talking about her niece. Okay. Obviously, nothing was found because they gave the children right back to the person them. They gave the children right back to the mothers and the fathers. Now, the mother and fathers who are responsible for these children, they are also members of the cult. Sorry, not cult. An organization or church, the Quahal Church, Yaweh Church. They are members. Their parents are members also. Okay, Kingston, Jamaica. What people are concerned about is that they're taking these young girls over there and they're telling them how to dress. They're dressed, of course, in long garbs. Them cover up everything, right? And they're marrying them off at the age of 16 to older members of the organization. Here is my thing. I've said this for the longest. Jamaica. Jamaica has made it perfectly legal for 16-year-olds to intermingle with grown people. Why do you think so much tourists fly into Jamaica every year? Sir. Now, here's the thing. If you're going to put a stamp on this organization for marrying off these girls at 16, right? Put a stamp on the whole Jamaica law that says 16 is perfectly legal. It is the age of consent, because that is where the gateway is. Otherwise, they couldn't do it. And it would be illegal. They would have to wait till these girls turn 18, at least, right? But in Jamaica, it is justified because the law says 16 years old, she can do what she want to do. So, girl, do what you want to do. So you have licky wanty girls that are 16 in Jamaica. Oh, they're online. And the world has changed. It's Facebook, it's Instagram, it's Twitter, and all of them send money now. So, when you not here lately, the girl them, they get online, then put on something skimpy first, they fish out 2 man online. These are our young girls in Jamaica doing this. And a lot of these men are actually traveling to Jamaica to go be with these girls. So sometimes when you see the girl them missing, is a foreigner fly in and have her lock up in a hotel for a good week. You understand? I handle it properly, getting its money's worth. And then she come back home, and she come back home with enough things. She come back home with Gucci bag, purse, shoes, hair done, money for last about a month, these kind of things, because we have dropped the age of consent to 16. And enough big man out there want there with a 16-year-old without having to face law. All right? In the United States of America, if you're a man, and matter of fact, in the United States of America, there was an 18-year-old high school football player that was on football scholarship to go to college. And the brother was dating a 16-year-old girl in high school. And of course, they locked him up, charged him with statutory rape, underage something. He lost his scholarship. He did a couple of years in prison. I think he did 2 years and all this other stuff. Now, mind you, is a 16-year-old girl and an 18-year-old youth. Them go to the same school. This is the US, right? And it happened. So, how come in Jamaica now, we can say the age of consent is 16 But, oh, we have a problem because Quahal, Yaweh, former organization, drew in the 16-year-olds and are marrying them off to older men. Here's what I'm saying. Our 16-year-old them that's not in that organization, at least the 16-year-old in the organization, right? She not dressing in no body rider. She not sleep with no multiple partner. Them done married her off to an older man who is looking at her as a wife. They don't keep multiple wives, so she gonna be him wife, right? And yes, she gonna marry to an older man. Did you see the story recently where the 23-year-old was murdered by the 63-year-old because he used to deal with her since she was 14 years old? And so this is something that happens, right? This is something that happens in our society way too prevalently. So mothers sell their daughters to men who have more money. We've seen pastors, preachers do it. Remember, I know one pastor even went to prison recently because he went from the mother to the daughter. And when the daughter get too old, 18 was too old for him. When the daughter get too old, he went to another sister. And when the other sister got too old, like she was pushing up on 18, the other sister got tired and sent her younger sister. So deacon or pastor run through the whole family. I don't know the intricate details of this organization, but I am saying the girl them over there in the organization look like they're in a better position than the girls' position, no pun intended. The girl them over there look like they're in a better place than the girls who are outside. Because the average 16-year-old girl in Jamaica now, I don't know if you want to like what I'm going to say right now or not. The average 16-year-old girl in Jamaica right now, you see, a big man she deal with. She feature big man. Ask the young youth them will tell you. A lot of the young youth them say, boy, SouFlo, me can't even get one of my age group because she said me too young and me wild. She can't build no future with me. And she want a man. She want a big man. So, by the time you buck them girl here, you know, and they reach 17, 18, you know, them well experienced, you know. Because member said big man do them thing different from boy. So some things where boy for our age don't know, and she and him have to go figure it out. Big man don't do that already, repeatedly pass it, gone on to some other thing, and to introduce her to these things now. So real reality we are talking now. So them spoil up from young. And this is because of that one law that says 16 is the age of consent. 16 is the age of consent. It's just like I see Paula Llewellyn and I say she's going after the death penalty for the two guys where were found guilty of beheading or were on trial for beheading a mother and a daughter. Newsflash yesterday. The two men them plead guilty. So because they pled guilty, there is no longer any death penalty on the table. So in Jamaica, we slack like that. All you have to do now, chop up a man, right? Hey boy, you see, you vex me, you know. Chop him up. And then go before the courts and say, Your Honor, I was wrong. I apologize. But my head take me. Him do me this, I couldn't take it no more. Me know say what me do wrong. Sentence reduced by half instantly. Go in there and behave good, you come out in a quarter of the time. Instantly. Jamaica is a place where if I was a rapist, I can rape my neighbor daughter, you see? And when they tell police for me, the police come pick me up, find proof, lock me up, me do my 10 years, me come out, guess where I go to live? Right back on my yard, which is where? Right next to where I raped the girl, right next to where she still live. You understand? So there's a lot about the system that needs to be changed. So when you see things like this happening, people coming in, and I found it very disturbing because I went on their website, their Facebook page. Their Facebook page, Quahal, go look up Quahal Yaweh on Facebook. Their Facebook page says, I am Yahweh. That is my name. That's a Bible verse. It is Isaiah 42 verse 8. So who are we to say you're wrong? When time I am Yahweh is in Isaiah 42 verse 8. Eh? And that's what they're going off of. My thing is this. I see two white men up there. I saw two white men up there on the mic preaching to the people them. And I'm wondering, I'm wondering what's going on, because first I thought this was like some Hebrew Israelite leading our people to their true self and identity. You know, a woman to cover up and reverence and treat herself with respect, and you are the mother of our civilization and we are going to respect her and bring forth fruitful children with her and raise a nation. I thought that's what it was. Then me see some white people up there preach. And I'm saying, this don't look right. This look like this look like a cult. Now this look like they have captured some fools. Now this look like they're about to use the people to accomplish their agenda, which also includes money. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. All right. So in the US, you plead guilty and you get less time. Okay. So what? We don't talk about the US. We're talking about Jamaica. And in the US, when you plead guilty and you get less time, that's only for certain crimes. You can't murder nobody and plead guilty in the US and get less time. Your time is set, especially when you commit a heinous crime like beheading a mother and her daughter. You can go plead all you want to plead. You are going to get either life in prison or you are going to get the death penalty if it's available in the state that you're in. You cannot rape a little girl, mash up her womb and cervix and her vagina, and you go plead guilty and get no less time. So the people who like to come, every time you say something, right? Like, yo, boy, the killing of the stopping on this whole thing where you plead guilty and get less time. Oh, y'all talk about Jamaica all the time. Like, in the US, them plead guilty and get less time all the time, too. First of all, right? Leave other people alone. Make them handle them business. We are trying to clean up our house. It's sad that we think that we have to compare ourselves to the worst of others. Because that's all you're doing. Oh, them chop up each other and yam each other all the time. So what if we do it? No, we and them are do it. Talk about them, man. Don't talk about we. You sound like a damn idiot. I don't care about no US nothing. 77 to 80%. Let that number sink in. 80% of the crimes in Jamaica, 77 to 80% of murders in Jamaica go unsolved. All right? So nobody tell me about no US nothing. In the US, the prison them full till them just a build new prison. Because they have implemented measures. I'm not saying people don't go unpunished and get away with murder. But you ever see the series called Cold Case? And they crack cold cases 20, 30, 40 years later. So they do something about their criminals and their crime, whether you like it or not. Jamaica is a society when I really do nothing about them criminals and them crime, especially those who commit heinous crimes, like the beheading of a mother and a daughter. Chop off the mother head, chop off the daughter head. Go before the judge and apologize and you get less time. And you talk about US. What US have to do with this? I don't want to hear nothing about no US, man. That's exactly why we have things going on like this. 16 years old, thinking they're grown. And then you have idiot grown people now. We'll talk about US. Talk about we yard. Talk about how the people them need to assemble right in front of wherever these laws, rules, and regulations are made and say change it because 16 a picnic. Don't go running after the kids talking about come here. You know, say you're picnic. You're picnic. You can't do big people things. How? When the law tells them that they can. The law says I am at the age of consent. So if me a 16 and me want to take one 45-year-old man because him can give me things, mommy can't tell me nothing. And guess what? She can't complain to nobody neither because the law back me up and the law back up the 45-year-old man there that wants to be with me at 16. You understand? Anyhow, the day is lighting out. I am going to cut this short. I don't know about the Quahal Yaweh stuff here. I'm going to stay close to the story. I only spoke about it because my audience members are requesting that I speak about it. They want to hear my opinion. And my opinion is this. If they were coming from a biblical place with sound principles and it was for the betterment of the people and grown consenting adults decided that this is what they wanted to follow, then fine. If they're being held against their will inside of a compound and things like sexual abuse and molestation are going on in there because there are minor children in there, 6, 7, 8-year-old little girls and boys in there. If it's one of them things there, then we need to set it afire and burn it off of the island. All right? We have too many people on that small island that have come to the people under the disguise of religion, under the disguise of following God, under the disguise of delivering help to the poor, when all they came to do is to rob and kill and maim and destroy and walk out with everybody life savings, and we don't want it no more, right? But it takes the people standing up though. So anyway, me stay in my yard and pray. And my God is about me and my God relationship is between me and my God. I don't have to flaunt it in the street. I'm not gonna live on nobody compound. I'm not drinking nobody Kool-Aid. Them can't mix nothing, give me, feed me. Them can't invite me to none of them get-togethers or nothing like that. Me can set up my jerk drum in my own backyard, which all have seen me do, and put my food on it. Me eat when me want to eat. Me pray how I want to pray. You understand? And I watch it manifest in my life because it is about me and it's not about everybody else. Ali Bay, aka Alpha, manners and respect, blessings. So this right here, this Quahal thing, Quahal Yaweh, it needs to be looked at. I agree. But if they go there and they find that everything is within accordance of the law and nobody is being molested and nothing out of the way is going on, no one is in danger being held against their will, then leave the people alone. Make them do them thing. My personal opinion is I have seen my black people worship white God and suffer for too long for doing so. So me no want to see no white man pan no microphone and come try to tell me who is God. That's my personal preference. Not yours. You can go worship a donkey if you want to. You could go pray to your white God if you want to. I'm just a black man I am an indigenous man who believes, say, you can't dictate to me who God is. And he's definitely not in your form and liking. I mean, I pray to him. You understand? So, with that, we leave it right there. Manners and respect, everybody. It's the weekend. I want you to keep a conscious mind throughout the weekend, even for those of you who are going to go out, let loose, party a little bit, all these things. Still keep a conscious mind frame. You know what I'm saying? I know everything we follow. And I know everything we must indulge in. Some things when you do some things, you see, you can't come back from them things there. There are certain things that men do that you can never erase and you can never come back from it. Women also. All right? So, with that said, up. Manners and respect. Blessings. And when we say up, we mean up, up means wake up consciously. All right? Not wake up out of your bed, although some people need to wake up out of their bed and go look work. But wake up, as in wake up consciously. Wise up. That's my up. When you hear SouFLoTV say up, it means consciously awaken. Wake up consciously. Wise up. That means see what's going on and learn from what is going on. We are in information age. We are on the information highway. The truth is out there, but you have to be open to accepting and receiving truth, right? Wake up, wise up, and then rise up. Rise up above your conditions. You understand? Don't just sit on one place crying, oh, woe, this is me. Oh, woe is me. Rise up out of your conditions. Stop the complaining. The power is within you. So wake up, wise up, and rise up. All right? And that was set for the weekend. Enjoy yourself. Manners and respect again. True love to each and every one of y'all. Understand? I wish the same good for you as I wish for myself. All right? I want to see all our prosper. I want to see each and every one of you prosper. All right? If you love yourself, treat yourself with love. I'm not talking about buy yourself nice things. I'm talking about treat yourself with love. Honor yourself. Don't take yourself go certain places where people who don't love themselves go. Don't put yourself involved in things that certain people who love themselves will never be involved in. Don't violate yourself. Respect your temple, honor yourself. And like J.R. Lewis just said, walk good. All right? Blessings. I'm out. Peace.